Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Happy New Year. Aw, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. So grab your scraps today and we can craft along with one another. And I'm going to get real chatty about my channel because it's a new year. And of course we have goals, right? So I used to conduct card making classes at my church, and we would make them for different reasons, occasions, and I would pre-cut all these strips of paper and then set up sketches. I'd have like 4 different tables, set up sketches at those tables, lay out the pieces and parts and stamp sets, and people would just walk around and make cards, and it was so much fun. So these are little 1" by 1" squares. Then I've got like these are 2" maybe 1.5, but I think they're 2". And then I've got some 2.5 by like 3", something like that. Anyway, so what I like to do and what I did on this day is, so I kind of laid everything out by pattern. That way I can make a whole bunch without thinking too much, especially because these are double-sided papers. So the sky's the limit. You can do anything with these. But I laid all of my paper out. I brought in this one stamp set that I'd never used before. Use it or lose it in 2021. That's my motto this year. And I just randomly stamped my sentiments. I did this because I wanted to push myself out of the box. I didn't want to just keep making the same thing over and over. So I just randomly placed my sentiments around my card bases. And then I'm making cards for 2 reasons today. I'm making cards for local healthcare workers, and I'm also making cards for a dear friend who has sent me cards all of 2020 as encouragement. She's amazing. She's not a card maker. She's just an amazing person. And I love her dearly. So in January, the last couple of years, each January, I would host a card kind of boutique shopping experience out of my home for my closest friends. And that way they could come and shop for the year ahead. Like which birthdays you send cards for, and your anniversary and all of these things. So in January, I loved to do this just once a year. It was so much fun. I'm not going to get to do that this year. So instead, I am really going to try and put a lot of cards in my Etsy store and let my friends know. I'm letting you guys know. I'm going to have some card packs there. It's going to be like 4 or 5 cards, and it'll be really affordable. I'm going to have some really simple cards like this. Of course, I'll have the cards that I make in my YouTube videos sometimes. I'll have a whole array and assortment of options to choose from. Okay, so I am literally just placing these anywhere. You could see that I had gotten ink on some of my card bases. I had an accident at my desk with my acrylic block just flying. I don't know how I even did it. It just flew across my desk and got ink, and then I got inky fingers, and you know the drill. So I am just going to let the video play, if you will, and you can see all the ways I arranged these squares. And I'm going to chat a little bit about my channel going forward in 2021. I'm really excited. So this year I can't even tell you. I could show you, but it might scare you how much craft supplies I have, y'all. It's insane. So I am going to try to use up what I have this year. Now, that doesn't mean I won't be bringing in new things, because of course I will, but I'm going to shop my stash first. So every time I'm like, ooh, I want that, and I want this, and I want that, I'm going to have to shop my stash first. I'm also going to have like a 1 in, 1 out policy this year. So if I bring something in, something else has to go. And if I use something and I'm like, that was fun, but I think I'm over it, I'm immediately going to destash it. It doesn't get filed back away. It's going to go in my Etsy shop for a destash. So that's a big part of this year. A few other things. I want to keep my channel a place for you to come and be inspired. I don't want to turn it into an infomercial of products. I don't have a problem with other people doing that, but I really want to be careful about that on my channel. I know how tempting it can be and for others, and chances are you have lots of great stuff in your stash. Now, there's a couple of things that I'll promote. I'll continue to promote the things that I love. I love to share. I know not everyone has a stash quite like mine. Maybe yours is bigger, maybe it's smaller. I don't know. So, of course, I've always just had basically one affiliate link, and that's to the Not Too Shabby shop, and I'm keeping it because I adore Jamie and I love shopping at her store. I love supporting small business, and a few of you have used that affiliate link, and I am so grateful because I got to do a little shopping with it, which brings new content to my channel and it lets me play with new products. And so I'm so grateful. When you guys use an affiliate link, just know that it doesn't cost you anything, and it does give the card maker or content creator something to work with. It gives us an opportunity to acquire new supplies to share with y'all. So that is my one affiliate link. I do, link to my Etsy store and share my Etsy destash and restocks with y'all. But, that's how I can get my art into the world, and that's how I can share my supplies. Y'all can buy things that are far below retail price. And so I feel like that's like a service almost. It serves both parties. Have y'all ever heard, like, how do you know if something's a blessing from God? And it's if it serves everyone it touches. And so I feel like my Etsy shop is a blessing from God. It serves me and it serves the people who shop there. So, anyways, then the only other thing that I'm planning on adding in 2021, of course, I don't know what God's plans are for my channel, but like my plans, the only other thing I'm planning on adding at this point is Stampin Saturdays using Stampin' Up! Products. So I am thinking of signing up as a consultant. I have done it a couple of times in the past just to be a discount shopper. I've never sold any Stampin' Up! At all. But I have to do it on my terms. So at the most, it's going to be on my channel once a week on Saturdays. And I'm not looking to build a team. I'm not going to only use Stampin' Up! Products. I'm going to use what I love. I'll share it with y'all and we'll all move on. Okay, so it's going to be different. It's not going to be a full-blown Stampin' Up! Channel. Like I said, it has to be on my terms. So I want to be able to use it like I use any other product. Now, I am hoping that if you're inspired and you don't have a consultant, that maybe you'll click over and shop in my Stampin' Up! Store from time to time too. That'll help me keep it going. You have to meet like a $300 minimum per quarter to stay a Stampin' Up! Consultant. Well, I've never met that because I try to stay on a budget, and yeah. So I don't know. I thought, well, if I share it on my channel, I might come closer to meeting that. So we'll see. I might be a Stampin' Up! Consultant for 3 months, or it may last longer. But I want y'all to know that I am here for the community. I'm not here to sell you a bunch of stuff. I am here to inspire you, to be inspired by you, and that is my focus. So I am limiting how much of that is on my channel, just so you know. In 2021, I want to do a lot more collaborations. So in 2020, I was so blessed. I mean, I just started my channel in June. I didn't even start promoting it till August, and I got the opportunity to do a collaboration with Crazy Paper Chick, Carrie Rhodes, and Crafty Mama Diaries. And those were some big highlights for me. I totally loved that. I also really loved the opportunity to be on design teams. I learned so much already just from the two that I served. And yeah, so that was a total highlight as well to 2020. So I'm really looking forward to 2021. I'd have no idea what it holds in store for me or anyone else. I'm not a fortune teller. But I'm excited and I'm hopeful. And I think that's so important. It's easy to lose that, but I'm not going to. So, some of the things, of course, you'll see more of on my channel are digital stamps because I love working with them. I have, in fact, Crafty Mama Diaries and I are going to do a collab coming up for Valentine's, and we're going to do digital stamps. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, so you'll see that. You'll see my Stampin Saturdays, and then you'll just see me making a lot of cards in general. Maybe some junk journals. I really have, like, I really want to make some more, and I haven't made any in months because I've been focusing on cards. So you may see some of that. And, if you don't like digital stamps, I totally get it. You don't have to watch those videos. But if you do, even if you don't like digital stamps, there might be things that you see me do in those videos that you can do with just patterned paper and ephemera and stuff. So, sometimes if I'm using a medium that you're not crazy about, you might still get something from it just on placement and usage, and it might spark an idea. So stay open, my friends, but I get it. If you have had a negative experience with Stampin' Up and you don't want to watch a Stampin' Up video, I get it. I totally get it. But they are stamps, dies. I mean, they're just paper crafting supplies, right? So, a little bit about the card making. So, yes, I just stamped my sentiments randomly. I placed my scraps on here randomly. And then I brought in one ephemera pack, which is Splendor by My Mind's Eye. I love this one so much. And I'm just placing these little punch outs that I did. I just wanted a little bit more around this flower. So it's funny, you'll see my cards change even at the end of the video when I normally just show y'all what I made. I'm still working on my cards at that point. So I do feel like this is a great beginner card making project. These are the kind of cards that I don't teach. When I conduct classes, these are the kind of cards that, I share with beginners because there's nothing, you can't mess it up. You put paper where you want it, you put stamps where you want it, and somehow they magically always turn out really unique and beautiful. Even in this session, I tried things I haven't tried before and that I want to take with me going forward. So it's so fun. I always feel refreshed after a session like this because I'm not thinking at all really too hard about anything. I mean, it's I just get in the flow and have fun. So I made these 8 cards in like 45 minutes, start to finish. And even this one is just so simple but beautiful. It's a 2-inch strip of paper. And I just ran it right there. I wouldn't put it exactly in the middle of the card. It's always better to think about your card front in thirds. And so I kind of put it closer to being like in the top third. So I brought in this one piece of ephemera and popped it up with some foam dots. So simple. The design is so simple, but it's so clean and beautiful. I really like this card. And if I was sitting down to make a card for you guys, this isn't, typically what I would show you, but it is clean and simple and beautiful. So if you're a beginner, this is a great place to start. You can make this with one paper pad. I do really like double-sided papers for projects like this because I feel like you get more variety. And you could just sit down and cut out your paper like I did in a few different shapes and sizes. Well, I didn't do different shapes, I did different sizes. And just play. So I'm going to work on that card a little bit. I kind of separated them here by ones that I felt like needed something else. And even though I didn't select that one as needing something else, it's going to get it at the end of the video. Oh, goodness. So 2021, it's going to be interesting to see how this year goes, right? Oh my goodness. I am excited though. I'm excited and hopeful. It's just refreshing to have a fresh start, right? Like, even though we still have a lot of work ahead of us. So this card, I really like how this one turned out. This is going to my dear friend, and she loves flowers and gardening, so I know she will like this. And it's funny what you can do with one piece of ephemera. I know layering sometimes throws people off a little bit, but this card looks so layered and complicated, and it was really just random placement. And now this one she can use for birthdays. I really like what this one little strip of paper did for this card. For me, it brought the whole thing into balance. Just adding that little strip at the bottom. And before this video is over, I'm going to add something else to that card. Now, you could go in with like enamel dots or Nuvo drops or sequins, and you could bling these cards up. Yep, I'm going to add this little flower. Or you could add ribbon embellishments. Like, you don't have to leave them this simple. But I kind of wanted to start the new year with using my scraps and making simple cards that people at any level and with the most basic supplies, you could make these too. If you didn't have foam dots, you don't have to pop it up. You could just glue the flower down. And now I like that one so much more. And I think it's so fun with those two little squares. So this is everything I made today. And I really like how they turned out. I'm going to have to get busy and make some more of these. Y'all saw I have plenty of leftovers. So let me know what you think. I'd love to know what you think about my plans for the channel. I'd like to know what you think about the cards. I'd like to know if you're hopeful for 2021. I know I sure am. I wish you guys all the very best. I want the best for everyone worldwide, global citizens. I just hope we have a better year this year. Please, if you feel inspired, take some cards to healthcare workers. They are tired and they're working so hard to save lives. So please take them some cards. They will feel grateful. I just know it. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really great day. Thanks so much for watching my channel. If you're still here listening to me talk, congratulations, you've won the Patience Award. Have a great day. Bye.